How's everybody doing today?
Great.
I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you for attending the World Series of Fighting WSOFNYC press conference. Thank you for all the fighters for being here today and getting all dressed up for us. We appreciate it. I'm Carlos Silva, the CEO of World Series of Fighting. We're very, very excited to be here in the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, for the second ever major MMA event here in New York City on December 31st in the afternoon on New Year's Eve. It's going to be a great event. I'd like to thank Dylan and the entire staff here at MSG, as well as the New York State Athletic Commission for helping us make all this happen. Today's about MMA in New York City with our great WSOF athletes. These athletes are Olympians, All-Americans, world champions, and they've trained for years to get here. They're the reason that MMA is the fastest growing sport globally and is becoming the 5th major sport here in America. Speaking of Olympians, I'd like to introduce and welcome Kayla Harrison, 2-time gold medalist, to WSOF. We're very excited, and she's going to be making her debut here at WSOF in the broadcast booth alongside Todd Harris from NBC, Boss Rutan, and Renzo Gracie, all joining our NBC broadcast staff on Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a great lineup with some real legends helping us to make it happen. We're also excited that Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell will also be joining us for a meet and greet along with Kayla and our president, Ray Sefo, both before the event from 12 to 1 and after the event from 6 to 7. Should be very exciting for fans. So again, this is about our athletes and our fighters today, so let's get started. Our fighters are led by a 6-time world champion and a recently inducted Hall of Famer, Ray Sefo. He's our president and he's the head of fighter operations here at World Series of Fighting. And I'm very excited to work every single day side by side with Ray as he works with all of our fighters. He's still a fighter himself. He trains every day. He understands better than anyone in the sport of MMA what all of these great athletes go through to get to our event on Saturday. I'd like to welcome Ray Sefo to the podium to let's get started. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you for being here for WSOFNYC. Before we go into our Q&A, I just want to say that I'm a very proud man. And I couldn't be any more prouder than standing right here and to look at these guys, the champions and our challengers, and to say that World Series of Fighting has some of the best fighters in the world. So put your hands together, everybody, for these guys up here. I want to thank Carlos. You know, Carlos has been a great leader. He's been part of this team for the last few years and done a great job. But I also want to thank another person, Bruce Dyfick and family, because he's been behind this team from day one. So thank you, Bruce, and the whole team. Of course, our NBC team, MSG, IMG, everybody that Carlos have also already introduced. But thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you to our athletes, and I can't wait to be in Madison Square Garden Theater and introduce World Series of Fighting to the world again. And whoever has any doubts whatsoever, let me tell you this. World Series of Fighting is here to stay. So let's give it up for World Series of Fighting, everybody. So that being said, I think we'll hand it over to the press and everybody else that has any questions for the champions and the challengers, myself and whoever else. I don't know if
You want me to say it again?
Yeah, that way everybody can.
Oh, my first question's for you, Ray, and it's what is the significance of not just doing it here in New York, but doing it the first day before the new year?
Well, first of all, being at MSG is such a historical venue, and who has fought in this venue? Who has performed in this venue? Matter of fact, I just watched Kevin Hart last night, who sold out Madison Square Garden. I mean, when you think about that kind of stigma and kind of, when you compare that to what we're doing and where we're going, you couldn't be any happier. And the fact that it's New Year's Eve, it's something that from my background as a fighter, I fought in Dynamite K1 many years on New Year's Eve and on those kind of cards. So for me, it's huge in the way that not only our fighters get to enjoy it, but also the world gets to see we're just fighting at the biggest stage, and also for these guys to showcase their talent.
Now, it's the second major event here. How has it been working with the New York State Athletic Commission? Do you think they're on point?
They've been fantastic. I mean, Kim and the whole team have been absolutely great. I mean, the whole team, everything that we needed to do, they were on top of it. And everything that my team needed to do, we were on top of it. So it worked out really well.
Great. Again, my name is Phoenix Carnevale from Bloody Elbow and Everything Martial Arts. My question is for David. David, you've been a champion for a long time with WSOF now, and you've experienced a lot of energy in many places that you fought. But can you talk about how the energy feeds you and what you expect here at MSG?
I expect dynamite on Saturday night, and I got a monster inside of me, and it's just getting hungrier and hungrier. The more carnage that I put out there inside the cage. I just like to fight. I love to do it, you know what I mean? I can't wait to go out there and do it, but fighting in New York, it doesn't make me overwhelmed. It's just, I'm happy that a lot of my friends and family from the city, from the different boroughs, get to just take a train ride and come see me do damage,
Fantastic. And Marlon, same goes for you. Are you one of those fighters that's affected by the audience, by the people watching, or do you kind of block that out when you go in?
I really don't care where I'm fighting, and at least I'm fighting for a big show like the World Series and at the Madison Square Garden. And I think for me, this is all matter, and get ready, go out there, fight, and do my best. That's it.
Thank you, guys.
A question for Jake and also Jon. You guys have both fought legends in this sport, and this matchup is one of the dream matchups for fans. Can you at least describe what it's like, Jake first, to fight Jon Fitch?
Yeah, Jon's the guy we both from the Bay Area, and he's the guy I expected to fight a long time ago. We've trained together some, we've grappled together. He's a guy, like I said, a high-level guy. I got a lot of respect for him, but I'm excited to get in there and finally get a chance to fight and see what happens.
What's your take, Jon?
Ditto. I've got nothing but respect for Jake. I've always believed that this should be a professional sport and we should act as professionals, and I think Jake carries himself as a professional. We don't need to call each other weird names and make fun of each other's mothers to sell a fight. We can use our accomplishments and our abilities to sell a fight. People have been waiting to see this fight for a long time, and we're going to go in there and beat the crap out of each other, and I hope I can buy him a beer afterwards.
And speaking of class, Justin, you've been a class act throughout, and honestly, one of the best lightweights in the world. Can you explain what it's like to fight here at MSJ?
It's surreal for me. I'm a country boy. I'm from Arizona, middle of nowhere. So, this is the biggest city in the country, and, I did just World Series of Fighting. I'm glad that they trust me to come. I'm a performer, and I entertain, and they know that I'm going to entertain on Saturday night. It doesn't matter who it's against. They're going down, and this guy right here is going to get knocked out. But Madison Square Garden, it doesn't matter. I'm a fighter. All of us up here right now have one thing on our mind. It's not Madison Square Garden. It's not World Series. It's keeping our winning streak or getting a win on Saturday night and entertaining. That's it.
Got a question from social media for Justin, from Amanda Nelson. Justin, was it tough to remain focused with all the last-minute changes?
Nope. I don't have a game plan when I fight. I do me. I implement me on them, on my opponent. And, I'm actually happy that I'm fighting Luiz Firmino. You know, I think he's a better matchup for me, more exciting matchup than, not on his part, on my part. You know, he's a better matchup for me stylistically to go out there and entertain people than Zeferino was. You know, I am disappointed that he broke his hand, but I'm just happy that I will give him respect. He took the fight on 3 weeks' notice, so you know, I do thank him for that, and I'm thankful for this opportunity to perform in front of you guys.
For Jon Fitch from social media, from Henry Curtis, the MMA community has always regarded you as one of the best welterweights, and you finally have a major promotional title. What does it mean to you to finally be a champion and to now defend the belt on Saturday?
Man, I love my job. I love what I'm doing. I love the opportunities that I've been given over the years. World Series has been taking great care of me. I'm honored to have gotten the chance to fight for and win the title for World Series. And the opportunity to fight Jake Shields, a real contender, a real name, somebody that can solidify my greatness in this sport. My main purpose in this sport is to be remembered as great, and be great and be one of the great ones. And you do that by beating people who you respect as great also. And I think Jake's one of those guys. And I've been working hard, and I'm going to do everything I can to put Jake away.
Question for Luis. What was the challenges like taking this fight in 3 weeks' notice to go up against a fighter like Justin?
Before my last fight, I talked to Ray. You know, I sent one text for him, and I said him I'm ready if he is heavy, you know, something happen, because I'm still training. I'm so mad about my last fight. And he texted my manager and say, "You want to fight 3 weeks?" I said, "Of course, I'm ready. I don't care for who, you know, and I'm ready for beat somebody Saturday."
Question for Dave Branch. Dave, when you cut weight or stay up to 205, which weight class do you prefer fighting at, and do you do anything differently to get to that time?
I mean, to be honest, like the 205ers are big guys, you know. So I mean, I got to hit them real hard, and they can absorb punishment a lot better. You know, I think that at 85, the way that I'm hitting and the way that I fight and the savagery that I bring to the cage, I think that it's easier for me to damage people at 85. As far as making weight, I've always been a professional. I've never missed weight. The last 5 pounds sucks, but my clothes fit a lot better, you know.
You know, back in the day, you struggled a little bit with your career, and I think you went through some psychological things where maybe you saw a sports psychologist, whatever it was, that got you to this point now. What can you attribute to the recent success in the last 2 or 3 years?
It was my fight with Paulo Fio. It was a guy that I used to watch in Pride, and I know that he has some zigzags that he went through in his life and in his professional career, but I respected him a lot. I still do, and when I fought him, there was a lot of people that just counted me out. And I just kept saying to myself, man, I can beat this guy, because every time I got to a tough guy, like Fail, you know, not always, but he was one of those guys that I had to get over. And once I beat him the way I did, I was like, man, I can do this to everybody. I can just manhandle everybody, you know? Nobody's gonna stop me.
My question is for Put the Guns Down, Taylor. Knowing that you guys have the KO records of 5-5, you guys are even there. What approach do you take, knowing that you guys both have extreme knockout power, and we're expecting a barn burner from you both?
First of all, I would like to say happy anniversary to my wife for 10 years, Suzanne Taylor. And like you said, this fight is scheduled for 5 rounds, but I'd be disappointed myself if it goes 5 rounds. Win or lose, one of us is getting put to sleep.
And David, what is your response to that?
I'm gonna finish him on Saturday night.
Do you have a round that you...
I don't really like to pick rounds, but because I make all my skill sets real sharp, we just got to see what's going to come out there. I'll know exactly what it is that I'm going to get him out there with, but I just got to fight the fight. I can't rush it. I can't try to force something to happen. I've taken bad things happen when you do that. But I'm gonna go out there and do what I do, and I'm just here to get the W.
And question is for Jake. being involved with WSOF, and I'm asking you this because you've been around so much and you've got such a great history, having Bas Rutten, Renzo Gracie be part of the commentary team, what does that mean for you?
I think it's great. I mean, those are two guys that are legends in the sport. I think they're they know what's going on, and it's great to have such knowledgeable guys.
And Ray, what was the decision to have Kayla Harrison on board with WSOF?
Well, it's funny because I think right after Kayla won and made headlines as the two-time gold medalist and champion, Bruce Dyfek actually texted myself and Collins and said, we need to get this girl on board. And it was just a matter of time. And I can tell you, when Bruce says he's going to do something, he's going to do something. So, I mean, for me, it's such an honor to have Kayla and spending the last couple of days with her in terms of just some of the media stuff. I love it when someone is at the highest peak of your game and yet so humble and so down to earth. And so for us, it's, I'm honored and humbled and proud to have someone like Kayla Harrison be part of Wizards of Fighting. Now, again, like I've told the media time and time again, Kayla Harrison is going to be part of our team. And when she's ready to compete, she's going to be ready to compete. And my boy, my word, I was just telling her a couple of days, or yesterday actually, before I flew to New York on Tuesday, I actually went back and watched when she won the gold medal in Rio and whatnot, and I was like, wow, this lady is amazing. So, I mean, for me, like I said, we're proud and honored to have her as part of the team, and I just feel sorry for the person that's got to face her first.
Absolutely.
Question for Marlon. Marlon, a lot of guys are jumping up and down weight classes, and no disrespect to Mr. Silva, but you walk through a lot of your opponents. Do you see yourself going up in weight for more challenges?
I really don't know. I think this weight is my weight. I feel good. I don't want to go up, fight bigger guys, and I can't go down. So I think 135 for me now is good, and I'm happy to perform at that weight.
Josenaldo, do you have any response to how do you approach Marlon as a great champion that he is, and what are the keys to victory?
Eu vim de uma cidade no Amazonas, no Brasil, onde temos verdadeiros guerreiros, e agradeço pela oportunidade ao Urciro ter me dado essa oportunidade de estar em Nova York, nesse ginásio histórico, e estou muito feliz. Lutei com os grandes lutadores do Brasil e estou com uma sequência de vitória muito boa, e eu acho que agora é uma grande oportunidade. Eu tenho umas armas certas para fazer uma grande luta, uma grande apresentação.
Well, I come from Amazon, up north in Brazil, and I'm really grateful for World Series for being fighting here. And my record speaks for itself, and I will fight the way I always fought in my career, looking for the knockout, always.
Marlon, were you surprised by the selection of Josenaldo Silva?
Not at all. He's a great fighter. I think he was ready to be here in a big show, not only here or any other show. I think he can face the best fighters in the world. But man, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight anybody. Doesn't matter the opponent. My focus on myself, get better, go out there and do my best fight, the best fight I ever done in my life.
Great. And then the last question from social media for Luiz Firmino. What's the key to beating Justin on Saturday?
I have the perfect game for beat him. He's know this because he's never wanna fight with me. And he's know what I will do. He's taking down, and I will finish him for sure.
Justin, any comment?
Luiz Firmino has 19 fights, only one finish. So it's pathetic for him to even say that. He will try to get on top of me, but if he does, he's going to sit there and do nothing, like I've seen him do numerous times. He's not exciting. He's not good. He will get knocked out, like he doesn't think he does for some reason. He's 3 weeks' notice. I've been training 24 weeks for this fight. I hope he comes ready. I hope he comes with that confidence that he's talking right now, but 19 fights, 1 finish, 1 TKO, 7 submissions. He got 7 losses with those. 1 TKO out of 19, that's pathetic. That's not what we do in this sport. We go in there and we're exciting, we're entertainers, and we finish people. So that's what you're going to see on Saturday. Me finishing him, he has no chance.
Great, thank you.
0 chance.
Thank you. These are our fighters, everybody. Give them a round of applause. Ray?
I'm ready.
We're going to clear up the tables, and we'll bring in the fighters again, and we'll do a face-off. Talk to call them out? Just one at a time?
We could have Who wants to call the fighters out? Should I have Todd do it real quick?
See if Todd wants to.
Yeah.
Come do it in that order.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. You're getting recruited real quick. You're going to call all the fighters out. Come on. Come with me.
No. I'm not dressed for it. Seriously.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, Todd's not dressed. Yeah, I will. We're going to do it at the end. Ready, Ray? Like to have Lewis Taylor, WSOF middleweight title challenger. And David Branch, the WSOF and middleweight champion. It's going to be a great fight on NBC Sports Network. Our bantamweight title fight. Challenger, Josenaldo Silva. And our champion, Marlon Moraes. This fight will lead off our NBC show at 4 o'clock. And the welterweight title fight, Jake Shields, the #1 WSOF welterweight contender and title challenger. And Jon Fitch, the welterweight champion. And lastly, our main event, our lightweight title fight. I'd like to introduce the challenger, Luiz Firmino. And our undefeated champion, Justin Gaethje. Just like to remind everybody, the theater at Madison Square Garden, Saturday, New Year's Eve, from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. There's still some tickets available. Please go to Ticketmaster.com. I'd like to welcome all the fighters back on the stage for a quick picture. Is this ours?
Good job. Oh, I gotta pull this off.